Hi friends, my name's Jess or Jeffy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. We're carrying on with our Pleasantview 25 years later and we're with the Calientes today. So let's jump into it, besties. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start off with The Sims 2 today. I normally start off with The Sims 3 because I go in like chronological order. However, the order for The Sims 3 for the Calientes doesn't make sense in my head and I can't make it make sense, so I'm putting it at the end. When you load into Pleasantview, the Caliente sisters are living together, they're twins, they live in a condo, and the things that like roll that you have to do, like those scripted events, that's the word, that come up are for Nina. She wants to find a place of her own, and Dina wants to make the moves on Mortimer because she wants his money. So they're the ones that roll for them. But when we start the game, most of the family tree and their family are dead. They've got a really diverse family tree, probably the most diverse out of all of the Sims 2. They've got Arabic and Hispanic heritage, as well as some aliens sprinkled in there. So if we look at their grandparents first, which I know I don't normally always go into, but Dulcinea and Nesta are their grandparents. Dulcinea's not actually their blood relative, although they're married. So Dulcinea had the knowledge aspiration, and Nesta had family and is their granddad. So Dulcinea and Nesta technically had two sons, but they were half brothers. So they've got Tango, which is Dulcinea's son, and then they've got Flamenco, which is only Nesta's son because he was abducted by aliens and impregnated by Polynesian technician number 7 and had Flamenco. So Flamenco isn't like a typical alien sim where normally when you have your sims abducted by aliens, they come back and they've got like the green skin tones and all of that stuff. He doesn't have that. So he actually looks very, very human, except for his high cheekbones, which is kind of normal for the Sims. So yeah, he doesn't look like an alien, but he is one. Tango didn't actually have any kids or marry, so they don't have any like cousins or anything like that from him, which is a shame because he was a family sim, I think, and he actually seemed like he had a really nice personality, so that's a shame. Flamenco also had the family aspiration, and he married Nayat Caliente, who was, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who also had the family aspiration and the exact same personality as Flamenco. So they're both cancer sims and literally identical personalities. So match made in heaven. They had the twins, Nina and Dina, and they had like, if you look at their family album, you can see that they had like a pretty good relationship growing up. Like their mum was quite heavily involved. But Nayat did actually die when Nina and Dina were children. However, she died as an elder. So the theory surrounding this is that she drank the elixir of life, but it backfired and it actually aged her more. So if you drink that when your aspiration bar is low, it'll take days off your life, as opposed to when your aspiration's high, it adds it on. So that's one theory as to why she died so much younger, earlier, and so much older, if that makes sense. Flamenco is also dead when we load in, but he died when the girls were adults. So I can't imagine that long ago. So Nina and Gina arrived in Pleasantview on the eve of Bella's disappearance, which is suspicious. It even says it in the bio, like, is it suspicious? I think so. The girls have both got connections quite heavily with Bella. So Dina was actually married to Bella's brother, Michael Batchelor, who's also dead and was an elder when he died, and also appears to have had some pennies. We already know Dina's a gold digger, so it just puts more weight behind that. So she knew Bella because it was her half-sister. She's interested in Mortimer, Bella's husband. But obviously we know Bella's missing, which you can watch the video from her, which I'll put up here if you'd like to go and watch hers. But yeah, she's interested in Mortimer and whether or not she gets him. Like, if you've watched the Goth one, you already know what happens. But yeah, she wants him for his money. So that's what happens when we load in. We're told to go after Morty. And they're also both involved with Don Lothario. And Don Lothario was also involved with Cassandra Goth, Bella's daughter, and also tried it on with Bella. And the last place Bella was seen was on Don's deck. So it's all a little bit fishy. And because Bella was abducted by aliens and the girls both have connections to aliens, were they involved? I like to think so, to be honest. I feel like, yes, they were involved. I think absolutely it's something they would do to get money, to get people out of the way. Like, you know, I 100% think they did it. And maybe I should think it's guilty until proven... No, wait, the other way around. Innocent till proven guilty, but not in my courtroom, besties. I think they did it. Moving on to each sim. So Nina is a romance sim. She's the older of the two twins. She's more reserved and her personality is quite similar to her dad's. She was in the slacker career, but she quit, which kind of fits her. Dina is a fortune sim. She's known as a gold digger, which we already know, and she's got the opposite personality to Nina. She was married to Michael Batchelor, Bella's brother, like I said, but she's now a widow. She wants to marry Morty for the money, like she has the want to marry a rich sim, so there's that. Nina and Dina, like I say, are both involved with Don, and they've got lots of connections to Bella. So that's where we are when we first load into the game. It's all very sus. That's their sort of brief history. In The Sims 3, okay, someone might be able to make sense of this. If you have like a better understanding of this than me, pop it in the comments. But looking at it, so the girls are in Barnacle Bay, right? I'm not sure of the timeline because normally The Sims 3 is before The Sims 2, but it feels like it's meant to be after. Either way, none of it makes sense because their personalities are different, everything is different, it's all very confusing. So in this one, Nina is in the sports career and she has the super popular aspiration, although she was the more reserved of the twins. So she was the shyer one, but in this one, she's got maxed out charisma and she's got the super popular trait. Aspiration, sorry, weird. And Dina is in the culinary career with commitment issues, which in The Sims 2 doesn't make sense because she wants to marry Sims because she wants their money. So I don't know if it's like an oversight or whether the Sims team accidentally mixed up the twins, because I feel like if it was the other way around and Dina was in the sports career with the popular aspiration and maxed out charisma, that to me makes a lot more sense. And Nina being in culinary with commitment issues makes more sense. But I digress. But either one really do. And in The Sims 2, they're both really different like personalities, but in this one they actually share 3 traits. So they share flirty, commitment issues, and hot-headed, which again, hot-headed, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see them that way, personally. I think that they would be like cool, calm and collected and calculated. I don't feel like they'd lose their temper that easily, but that's them in The Sims 3. Dina has the charismatic and schmoozer traits, but doesn't have the maxed out charisma skill. And they're also involved with the same 3 Sims in there, which I can't remember the names of. I think one of them's got the same name as me. I think they're called Jessie, but either way, I can't remember their names. Don is also in The Sims 3. He's in Riverview, and his bio states that he stepped onto a teleporter, heard women laughing, and then nothing. So maybe it was the twins. They've got access to all this weird technology. So maybe. But yeah, like short and sweet for them. That's their history, really. Their dodge. And then we'll get on to what they've been doing in the 25 years since then and where they are now. So let's go. Okay, so we'll start off with Dina. I've got my little list because I will forget and it is early in the morning. So Dina has been through quite a lot of men. She's been on a lot of dates and stuff and dated a ton. She works in the business career and she's managed to work her way up. So she's currently level 9 of the business career. On the side, she began sewing as a hobby and found that she really enjoyed it, and then managed to launch her own clothing line called Dintate, which is a which is a little hint to my friend Sente. It's mostly his custom content conversions that are in her store, and I love him. So you should also check out his YouTube, which I'll put below. He makes custom content for The Sims 4 and he's lovely. So yeah, it's a little hint to him. Even though he did sack me as a mod when he quit Twitch, so there's that. So she one day was downtown and she was sort of having a little mooch around, seeing who she could meet, and she bumped into a man called Jamari, and he sort of caught her eye and she was like, okay, you're fit. They started talking, they had tons in common, and it was sort of like one of those moments where it all just clicks into place and it made sense. So she started dating him, things were going really well, and she was kind of dubious because before she'd been dating Jamari, she'd actually been involved with a man called Greg Lace. So she really loved Greg. She honestly thought that they were going to be together and she was really happy. And it sort of knocked her for 6 when he called things off with her because Bella was pregnant. So he obviously got Bella Goth pregnant and ended up with her. And Dina never really got over this. So she has a pseudonym that she writes blogs under and makes up vicious rumours about Bella and post them all online. And where Bella's a celebrity, this sometimes damages things for her, sometimes doesn't. But in the recent years, Dina has been amping up with it since a few other things have happened, which we'll find out about when we start playing. So she's been amping up and she's sort of gearing up to try and basically ruin Bella's career. So that's where she is with that. But she meets Jamari, and initially she did calm down, but like I say, it's amped up again. They started dating, they eventually moved in together, and shortly after he moved in, she actually fell pregnant, which wasn't her plan because she hadn't wanted to have kids yet, but she was happy anyway, and Jamari was happy because he's a family sim. So he was very pleased, and they had a baby girl called Surinder. After the baby was born, he'd already proposed to her, and they decided to go and get married. They've got a holiday home down in Three Lakes, and they went and got married down there with their family and friends surrounding them. They didn't want to go too far because some of the family couldn't travel because Jamari's parents were a lot older, and they took baby with them so she could go too. And then when they got back from honeymoon, they found out that they were pregnant again, and shortly after she gave birth to a little baby boy called Antar. So they are living very happily. She's got a really successful business, so she opened her store. They run it together. They have a manager that manages it, obviously, for them. But yeah, she's doing well. She's working her way up in the business career, and she wants to get to level 10. Her Jamari, he works in the education track, and he is a head teacher. Hello, mate. And he just wants to have a big family. So I don't know if they'll have more kids. They might not. If they do, they'll probably have to move or renovate their house because they've got their condo still that she renovated, and it's getting a bit of a squeeze for 4 people. So we'll see if they have any more babies where they potentially go. But that's Dina. She's got a really good relationship with her sister, Nina. She's happy. She gets on really well with Antar's family as well, and he's really close with them. She's best friends with his sister, and they all get on really well. Nina is working in the dance career, and she's currently at level 7 in the ballet career as a tap dancer. She was moved out into a trailer park home, and she was quite happy there. She renovated it on the spur of a moment decision one day, and then realised that she didn't actually have the money to sustain that, so she needed to get a roommate. So she was talking to her friend Louise Passy at work, who also was looking for somewhere new to live, and because they were like best friends and colleagues, they were like, yeah, it makes perfect sense to move in together. So they moved in together. Dina continued to carry on date. She dated quite a lot of people, men and women, because she's bisexual. And then one day they were sat on the sofa having a glass of wine, and one thing led to another, and they sort of realised that they had feelings for each other, and it blossomed from there, and they ended up getting married. They adopted a little baby boy called Aaron. They still live in their trailer park home as well, but they have renovated it also, and they're hoping that they're going to be able to move out of the trailers and into a nicer place because they want somewhere with a big back garden for Aaron, and they want to adopt more children because Louise wants to have more kids as well, for definite, and Nina also does. So she ended up having the secondary aspiration of family. And she's actually like a really good mum. So she's like fully into the parenting. She's taught him some of his toddler skills, and she wants to have babies as well. So that's really exciting. And she's really happy with Louise. Since I've been playing her, she hasn't rolled any once to get with anybody else. She had like a slight lightning bolt thing for Jamari, Dina's husband, but hasn't actually acted on it, despite the fact they've got a really high relationship and ACR's installed. So they've actually all get on really well. And the kids are best friends. So Surinder and Aaron are pretty much the same age. Surinder's a little bit older, and they get on really well. They're literally best friends. So I know that Surinder is hoping that they're going to have another baby because of Antar and everything. She wants more cousins to play around with. And yeah, and Antar's sister currently doesn't have any children. She's currently still a bachelorette. She's alone. But not in a bad way. She's quite happy, and his family are really involved with Nina's family as well. So they know Aaron, they know Louise, and they all sort of have these big family gatherings together. So that's where they are now. It's really nice, actually. I love these two, and I like playing them. And I know it's kind of an unconventional route for them to go, but I'm happy with where that's gone for them. So you'll have to tell me what you think, and we'll have to see whether Dina ruins Bella's life for getting with Greg, and whether Nina stays faithful and they have more kids. So I guess we will find out. But yeah, that's them. Nice and short and sweet. The Calientes. And I've really enjoyed them. And we've got the Brokes next time, which I'm very excited for because they're my favourite family. So we are going to be playing them. We already know, because I uploaded the speed build, that Brandy's got a diner and Dustin's got a car repair shop. So you already know that. But you don't know all the other things that's happened with them in between. So yeah, If you like the video, I'd appreciate if you give it a like and subscribe. I do stream over on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. So if you want to come and join us there, I'll post the links in the description box below and we'd love to have you. I'll also post a link to my Discord. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know where you want this to go. I'm going to start posting when I have finished all the catch-ups on my fan house, sort of early snippets of what's going on in the Let's Play and things that I'm going to do in the Let's Play. So if you want to find out more about that and have a bit more of a say, you can do that in fan house. But otherwise, drop comments below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a marvellous day. Goodbye!